Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be something a little different. I actually filmed this about 5 weeks ago, 2 days before my surgery, and basically I talk about me finding out about my brain tumour, talking about the weeks before and the years before. I actually named him Tim, Tim the tumour. But basically why I wanted to film this video was because as soon as I found out, I immediately went to YouTube to find people with similar situations, and I found someone who really helped me with the videos that she did. I will link her down below because she has an amazing channel. And basically she did a video just like this and also vlogs about her recovery and MRIs, and honestly it helped me so much. So if this video can help anyone in similar situations, I will be so happy because it definitely helped me. Yeah, so let's just get into the video. My phone just dropped. This is kind of going to be like a serious kind of video, but I don't want it to be like super serious, but I kind of want to have it just to look back on for the future. So basically most people know this by now, but back in December, so today it is the 24th of February, so I think it was the 7th of December or something like that, I found out that I had a brain tumour. How I found out was a year and a half ago. I think it was like June 2017. I got, actually not like 2 years ago, but I got a concussion from judo, and I had ongoing headaches for about probably 8 months, and then they slowly like became less and less, but every now and, well actually not really every now and then, like every day I kind of have headaches. And I've been to the doctor about it several times, been like, I don't know, is this normal? Because most concussions kind of die down after a few months. And it was kind of hard because a lot of my coaches didn't understand why I would go off the mat and stuff like that. And it was honestly really intense. So I've been to the doctor's like about several times, and then I went again in I think it was like October or something like that, and she was like, okay, I'll refer you to a neurologist. He'll probably just give you some tablets, probably won't give you an MRI, but possibly could. And it was a really long waiting list, so it was October and I wasn't going to go in there till December. And actually when December came around, my headaches were kind of better, so I was actually going to cancel the appointment, which to look back on now is actually really scary because I don't even know where I would be now or 10 years time. But I went to the appointment and he was all good. Basically got some it's kind of like sleeping tablets, but it doesn't like put me to sleep. Apparently my brain like doesn't actually sleep when I'm asleep, so I have those to put me to sleep, or to put my brain to sleep, and I've been having those ever since, and that's nothing really to do with the tumour. But he said, okay, we'll give you an MRI just in case you needed, or just in case you had like bruising around the area. So I did the MRI. It was kind of scary, like you went in like a little tubey thing, and it was like half an hour long, wasn't that long. And then I got a phone call from my mum saying that I needed to go in for another one. I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh, like he said I didn't even really need one, so why would I need another one? I was like googling all my symptoms of like Brooklyn, and I was like, oh, like googling like what happens if you get asked to go in the second time for MRIs, and I definitely should not have googled that, but anyways. Yeah, and then I went in and I had to have a contrast, which is basically like a kind of a liquidy dye kind of thing that makes the imaging clearer. And the guy was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be there for like half an hour, like all good, everything's good. I was in there, and the radio plays at the same time because it's actually really loud in the scan, and I was actually in there for like an hour, I think, because I could hear the radio, and I think I went in there at like 3:30. I remember it being 4 o'clock. I So, okay, sweet, I should be getting out now. And then like 4:20, and then finally I got out. And then I got a phone call that night, so I think yeah, literally a few hours later, about 8 o'clock at night. I remember I was sitting on the couch eating tea, and I got a phone call from the receptionist at my neurologist and said, you need to come in first thing in the morning. I was kind of freaking out, but at the same time, not really. I don't know, I was kind of just like, so it's kind of like blank, but I mean I could not sleep that night at all. And we went in there, both me, my dad and my mum went, and we sat there and he like showed me the images, and he was kind of like going through each one of them, kind of just like talking about them, blah blah blah, and like, yep, this is good, this is good. And in my brain I was like, okay, get to the point. And then he showed us this other image, and it was like an upward, I think it's like an upward scan, or I don't even know, and there was like a white kind of blurry thing, and he goes, this isn't normal. And I still at that point didn't know like why, and then finally he was like, this is a tumour. And we were like, oh shit, okay. He's at this point he said it was intermingled with my speech, and he said it wouldn't be operable, but I don't know. But then when I saw the surgeon, he said it was, but we'll get to that point. So he said it wasn't operable, and then he basically said it was a low-grade tumour, so most likely not cancerous, but he wasn't 100% sure, so he referred me to a surgeon, which was annoying again because it was December and he was going on holiday in like a few days, and I couldn't see him in a few days because he had other patients. So I had to make an appointment because I was going to Fiji for the first week of January, so I had to see him, I think it was like the 14th of January, so it was basically a whole month until I got to see the surgeon. And finally when we did, I had a whole month of kind of processing it, and I was completely like fine. Like I like literally to this day have never cried. Like I don't know why, but I don't know, I cope with things weirdly. But anyway, so I went to the surgeon, and my sister came as well. It was like a whole bloody family there. But and he basically said there's 3 options. I could either wait and watch it, I could get a biopsy, which means they would drill a tiny hole and just to see whether it was cancerous or not, or I could have surgery. And at the time I wasn't too sure. I was like, but I came home, and but he strongly recommended surgery. He was like, it's for your age and stuff, it's just, he thought it was the right thing to do, but he still had to see, I think, a team of consultants to discuss it. I'm just popping in to say that the surgeon had said that it would 100% turn cancerous at some stage, so that's why he wanted me to do the surgery, because he couldn't say it could be 6 months, 2 years, so that's why he wanted me to do the surgery. But then I went home and I was talking to my parents, my family, and I was like, okay, I think I should have the surgery, like now's the right time. I'm supposed to be having a gap year, so it's not affecting school. I think the hardest thing actually was that he told me that I couldn't do Camp America. I think that was probably the hardest thing because I was so excited to do it. But he said basically no go, because surgery there is so expensive. If anything happened and I needed to go Russian or anything, like it's so expensive. So it was just basically like, that's a no-go. So I was like, okay, sweet. So I don't know what I'm doing with my life this year, but so 6/6 was yesterday, and this time it was the 14th of January, and I was kind of like, okay, I want to go to this, like I've been planning this for ages, I will have it as soon as that finishes. So basically, if I didn't have 6/6 yet, I could have been going the next week, but I was like, no, I want this. I worked a month and a half, basically full time, and then I didn't actually know when my surgery was until 3 days ago, I think. I knew it was going to be this week sometime, but I wasn't sure when. But I had to have a lot of scans in between this time, a lot of MRI scans, contrast. I had, I'll probably insert a picture, but I had an injection to put the contrast in and went completely wrong, and my like arm blew up with bruises. It's kind of like gone now. Kind of see it slightly, probably not. And then I actually went in not too long ago, and the radiographer actually said that he thought that my tumour had increased in grading. So mine was a low grade, so grade 1 tumour, which usually is non-cancerous, but again they don't actually know until they actually have the surgery and they look at it and under a microscope and things like that. But he thought it had increased, and I didn't actually know this until the next day because mum knew it. I was at work and she was like, oh, I'm not going to tell you while you're working. But then the surgeon said that he had looked at it through a fine-tooth comb. It's literally his word, fine-tooth comb with his team, and they think it's still a low grade, so fingers crossed. But yeah, so I'm having surgery on Tuesday, which today is Sunday the 24th, so I'm having it on the 26th. I don't actually know how long I'm going to be in there for, and I don't know how long I'm going to be in a hospital for. I think the minimum is 3 days, but on my hospital slip it said bring approximately 5 days worth of clothing. But I mean, it could be longer, it could be shorter. I hope it's shorter because I'm not looking forward to that. And then I can't work for 3 months. I basically can't do anything super physical for 2 months because after 2 months that's when my scar will heal. I thought I'll tell you where it actually is. Okay, so my tumour is on my left side. It's about here. And it's really close to my speech. And when I even forgot to tell you that the surgeon told me that he could operate on it. So yeah, he said it was further away that he could operate on it. So that's why I'm having the operation, because originally the neurologist said that it wasn't operable, but it is anyways. That's why I'm having the surgery. But yeah, so it's there, and so hopefully I'm only getting that much of my hair shaved off. So like when that flops down, because my hair's super long, it's tied up right now, but it's really long. It should cover it when it's down, like you hopefully shouldn't be able to tell, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. He was like, some people want to have it fully shaven off because then it grows back evenly, but I was just way too scared to do that. So yeah, I have to have 3 months off work, 2 months off completely, basically everything. You know, I can't drive for 6 months, which is probably one of the hardest things, because just little independent things like going to the gym by myself, you know, just going to the base, picking up stuff. I think that's going to be the hardest bit. But yeah. And then so obviously after that, if everything goes well, then and he gets everything out, then I should be cleared to go. But if it comes back that it's cancerous and I didn't get everything out, then I'd have to look into further treatments like chemo and things like that. But I really hope not, because that would be crazy. But honestly, I've taken this as a blessing because sorry, filming video. I just wanted to recap what I said in the last clip that I had done 5 weeks ago, because it was a bit blurry. So basically what I said was that I'm so blessed and extremely happy to have found it at my age, because most people don't find their brain tumours until way later, when it's usually quite late or too late. So thinking about it is crazy, but I don't know where I'd be in 10 years, even what I'd be doing this year. It's honestly crazy. But thank you guys so much for being so supportive with me, because it's a hard time for everyone, my family especially. So guys, thank you so much for just helping me out, and everyone who's been messaging me, and I really appreciate it so much. So yeah, I'll just end the video here. So please just like and subscribe down below. If you guys want any questions or have any questions, just comment down below and I will get back to you. Even if you want me to film another type of video like this, just let me know. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys another day.